Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Now I have another two marine PCMs. So this is 8.1 liters 496 mag base. This is from Andrew Baker. He sent these computers and says, one is original that was dead and no communication, which I have right now completely repaired. This was dead, no communication, so I have to open it up and repair it. So I'm going to show, let me just get the light out. Sometimes this is not the best for the camera. And I'm going to show that in there so he can see that this is, in his computer, I got all the wires on the way. I have fiber reference sensor ground. Let me see, where is my IAC, which is still not operating. Make sure that everything is fully operational before I send this to him, right? All right, so I got, okay, well, the IAC is because it's in zero. This is very, this is actually a really, really good time that I need to check this because I have another customer that has made me a couple of questions. He says, my IAC is not running when it's in idle. After 2000 RPMs, it does. Well, this is a perfect scenario. This is a PCMBE0101, and you will be able to see this one. So there is things that you can change, and calibrations are, based for the year. So this calibration is an A63 61, so A63 618-4. Yep. So this is the fourth generation of this. Is updated. This calibration can be updated up to version 9, and when you update the software, there is some requirements as far as airs, filters, and some other things that needs to be changed. But I'm going to keep his calibration even with the donor because he got that one, but that is it's the same hardware, but the calibration is for something else. It's for a 225 board or something like that, and obviously his is an 8.1. Uh, different completely set up. All right, so the computer is now running, everything is good. So I'm going to change the temperature just to see if they reacts. No, not in this one. I went actually a little too hot and then I went down to 6%. Let me change. Yep, so it does. You can see now the IAC is just barely coming on. I'm going to change the throttle position just a little bit. I'm trying to make it work. But yeah, we got like 0.68% in this because I'm showing 78 degrees on the coolant temperature. So yeah, it's very, very minimum changes. So I'm not, trying to show that. So let me actually close these curtains because I think it's maybe too much light here. Yeah, I think this might be better. Let me do a zoom. So I gotta do temperature. Can I move this here? Yes, I can. RPMs. So temperature and RPM, and I'm gonna put the AEC. This is also to help my other customer that he's having problems in the boat, and he's like, Mike, the AEC is not working, and I tested it, and I know it's working 100%. But he is going to be able to see this, so I'm going to change the temperature now to a higher temperature, and you can see how the AEC went now to 0. So this is completely normal on these calibrations, all right? I'm gonna go around 140, 150. Let me raise it up to 150. All right, so but if I raise the RPMs around, as you can see, 1000, I'm about to reach 2000, and now I'm going to move the throttle. So I'm around 30% throttle, so still the IAC is at 0%, and this is where you need to understand what is the computer doing, right? So if I change my temperature, yeah, no, it's still 0. As long as the computer is commanding the IAC for 0, there's nothing I can do, nothing I can change. That's just the way the calibration is. So let's keep going. All right, so 2200. Now we're seeing, a change. I'm going to go higher. 3000. You see how now the IAC by itself is going to 33%, and guess what? Fully operational IAC driver. So there is nothing wrong with this calibration, nothing wrong with the computer. It is the way it works. So I'm glad that I'm able to show this because it's very important. I'm changing the throttle position. Let me actually select it as well so you guys can see how much throttle I am actually adding. So right now I got like 30 something percent. I'm going to go a little higher because 3600 you need to have a little more throttle, at least on the real life, right? Again, this is a complete control environment that I try to use for my testings, but I am really good on what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing, and I know when I say something is good, is good. All right, so if we improve this, is 46, 4700. Now the eye is fully open. It's just, I mean, you can see now the light is super bright. That is super bright light. Nothing wrong with the computer. This computer, um, Andrew, your computer is working 100%. And for the other customer, I'm going to send this link so he can see this exactly working the way it's supposed to. All right, so I'm going to now decrease the RPMs. And look, just by decreasing the RPMs, if I go over to 2700, now it's 4% without even touching the throttle. So I'm going to go down in the throttle like around, 30 or so percent. Keep going down on idle. I'm going to go now down to idle. I mean, you can see, let me just to see which is the sweet spot. It's around, so 1% and 2483. Yeah, so around 2400, yeah, I guess it's 0%. And that's the way it is. All right, so I'm going back to idle. I'm gonna give this around 650 RPMs. All right, and I'm going to lower the throttle around 7%. So around there. So I'm going to leave this like this because when I connect now the other computer, I want to make sure that we are having the same values around here. And now we know what we expecting to. All right, so the rest is going all to stay the same. I'm going to stop the video here. This is going to be part one on the original repair for Andrew Baker. And then I will record another short video for him when I have that one calibration wise and working. And one thing that I always want to address, I don't know the computer. I don't know if it's good or no good. And I always tell every customer, I can definitely help you with calibrations, but if the computer breaks, I am not responsible because this is out of my control. You can go and sue, what's his name? Motorola or Mercruiser or whatever, you can go and sue them because there's something wrong in the software because it's out of my hands, right? So I'm just providing a service. All right, guys. So thank you so much for visiting the channel. Don't forget to subscribe. See you next time. Bye bye.